Well, holy smokers, folks, it's not every day you get a deal this massive to happen in the stock market. This is what I would call earth-shaking news in regards to a acquisition. Craziness. You might have seen it on the front page of the Hungry Bowl here today. 1 hour ago, Microsoft just acquired Activision Blizzard, ATVI, in a crazy deal, nonetheless, okay? And so I want to talk about the stock prices of these companies here today in terms of Activision's move, Microsoft's moves. I want to talk about I think this is an ingenious move by Microsoft in this video, and if this makes Microsoft much more of a likely buy stock now. And I want to discuss the details of this deal, which is absolutely insane. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. As always, this is a massive deal. Get your free stocks from Moomoo. I got a link for you as the pinned comment down there. You can get up to 5 free stocks valued up to $3,500 each. That is pinned comment down there. All right, so first off, in regards to stock prices, ATVI is making a massive move up. 25% plus move up here today. First off, anybody that's been buying Activision Blizzard the last couple months, congrats to you, okay? Congrats to you guys. That is well done. That's all I'll say about that. Wow. You know, this is a stock that just a few days ago was $56 a share. And now here today, even in this rough market, is up, $81, $82 a share because of this massive deal. Now, it's interesting because if you notice, Microsoft stock not making a big move at all here today. Actually, it's going down now. Keep in mind, it's I don't know if you guys saw, but it's a bloody red day out there today, and I might have to talk about that on the main channel later today. It's an awful day in the market here today, so that's probably another reason why Microsoft is down today. It probably has nothing to do with the ATVI deal or investors saying, hey, we don't like this deal or something like that. What this is likely is just when you're in this vicious of a day, it's going to pull down everybody, and a stock like Microsoft gets pulled down even with a deal like this here today, okay? So yeah, it's a little bit of a rough one for Microsoft out there, but not too crazy bad. This morning, Microsoft announced they'll be purchasing the video game giant Activision Blizzard. This is a crazy number. Are you kidding me? You're gonna be flipping my flapjacks. $68.7 billion in an all-cash deal, guys. If that's not the biggest flex I've ever seen in my life, I don't know what is, okay? I mean, who, how many companies in the world can really buy out another company for $68 billion, okay? That's first question. There's probably only a handful of companies that could even pull off something like this. Never mind, I'm going to buy you out for $68 billion, and you know what? I don't even need to take out a loan to do it. I'm just going to do it because I got the cash in the bank to do that. My gosh, okay? Microsoft is just on a whole other level. That's all I have to say about that. That's just ridiculous. This is the largest acquisition by Microsoft since buying LinkedIn for $26.2 billion in 2016. If you didn't know, good old Mr. Softy, Microsoft, they are not shy about buying out other companies, especially in the Satya Nadella era that we've been in for the last, let's call it, I don't know, probably 8 years now. The Satya Nadella era, he has been not afraid at all to buy out other big companies and integrate them inside Microsoft. And he's, we can't say anything bad about Satya Nadella. He's done nothing but a great job at running Microsoft. He really has. He's to be respected up there with anybody that's anybody really in big tech when it comes to CEOs of these companies. He's done a heck of a job, man. A heck of a job. Activision Blizzard is known for some of the most popular games of all time, including obviously Call of Duty, Black Ops, games like that. Under the terms of the deal, this is interesting, I must say. Under the terms of the deal, Activision CEO Bobby Kotick will remain the CEO during and after the transition. That was very surprising to me when I read through this. I thought for sure, as soon as this deal is done, Bobby's out. So the fact that he would still be around after the transaction's over, that's interesting, okay? Now, after the deal closes, Microsoft said Activision, ATVI, will report to Microsoft's Xbox boss, Phil Spencer, okay? So maybe that's when, Bobby will end up leaving a little after the deal, maybe a few months after, something like that, because it's hard for me to see, with all the drama that's been going on, if you haven't been keeping track, ATVI has been in a bad spot for the past, roughly year, maybe a little less than a year, in regards to the company culture, some stuff that was going on there or not going on there, a lot of accusations, some proof, it's been messy. That's all I can tell you. It's been messy. And so with Bobby in this situation, I thought for sure they would want him out. And maybe that is the plan. Maybe they just want to get through the transaction and everything, get to a few months past, and then go ahead and say, hey, time to hit the road, man. Take your money and run. Over the past few years, Microsoft has gotten more aggressive with the gaming industry. It purchased a company in 2014 for $2.5 billion. Purchased another company for $7.5 billion in 2017. Hey, Microsoft, you want to buy out Corsair for like $40 a share? I'm just kidding, okay? Just kidding. The deal between Activision and Microsoft also plays a role in the long-term vision for Microsoft as it competes with the almighty Facebook for metaverse domination. As we know, this is a huge opportunity. Everybody's trying to get in position. Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft, was among the first to introduce the metaverse, even months before Zuckerberg did. He said, quote, "When we think about our vision for what the metaverse can be, we believe there won't be a single centralized metaverse," said Nadella. Interesting. Possible. Might not be possible. We'll see. On a call Tuesday morning where he discussed the deal. Microsoft has yet to produce an affordable or usable VR headset to pair with their optimism of the metaverse, and may be looking at Activision for assistance. That would be interesting. For example, Activision owns Candy Crush, a game frenzy that became lucrative worldwide. Microsoft also highlighted the opportunity to cross-promote popular gaming franchises between both companies. And that's something King was doing a long time ago. So when I was involved with, obviously, King Digital Stock, this is before I even got on YouTube. So King Digital Stock used to pay me out some crazy dividend money. It used to be a super low PE company. And a lot of folks were always kind of scared of the stock because they were worried that everybody would just stop using Candy Crush one day or something. And I know this sounds ridiculous, but that was like the worries back then. And so something King did beautifully is they always kind of cross-promoted their games. And if they came out with a new game, they cross-promoted it with another game. And so they did like an amazing job of that. And back in those days, it was Supercell, which owns basically the Clash of Clans game, and Clash Royale and some of those super popular games. And it was King. Those were like the dominant gaming companies. I think they still are the dominant gaming companies when it comes to who's making the real money out there from mobile games. Those two companies still dominate. And, those franchises have been really, really sticky over time. They really, really have. And they're just cash flow machines. And at the end of the day, ATVI is a cash flow business, a cash flow machine. And what Microsoft is buying here is a cash flow machine. Okay. That way, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. It's absolutely free to do so. In the last 2 years in particular, they've shown how critical games can be in helping people maintain a sense of community and belonging, even when they are apart, Nadella said on a conference call. Once again, Satya Nadella has done a phenomenal job running this company. Even further, that idea, the acquisition of Activision is to capitalize on the expected growth of the metaverse and the gaming community as a whole. No better place to look than a gaming leader like Activision Blizzard there, okay? Thank you, Hungry Bull, for that piece. Now, there's a couple things I want to point out here that I think are very, very important. Very, very important, okay? This is why you don't mess around with shorting stocks. And I understand in a downtrending market, it looks very, very attractive to a shorter stock here, shorter stock there, and those sorts of things. But my gosh, the game is just so rigged against you. No, there's a million reasons why the game is kind of rigged against you as a short. But this is one of the other reasons that is kind of a hidden reason on top of all the other reasons that, doesn't make sense to short stocks. This is a hidden reason, right? All of a sudden, out of nowhere, like let's say you were short in Activision Blizzard. You're like, oh, they've got a crisis on their hands in terms of company culture. It's a mess over there, and they're going under, okay? Or not under, but they're going down a lot more. They're going to go down to $30 a share, $20 a share. And so you short the stock at 60, 65, whatever, $70. And you're like, hey, I'm making money. And you starts going down. You're like, yes, this is going exactly how I planned. And everything's going fine until all of a sudden, in swoops Microsoft to go ahead and buy out Activision. And next thing you know, you just got decimated. You just got destroyed in this situation, right? And there's no recovery. It's not like when you go down, if you're a long, let's say you buy Activision Blizzard stock at, $65 a share and you go down to 56, it's like, hey, I could, we'll recover. It'll come back next year or next month or whatever, right? There's always that hope. when there's a buyout and you were short that stock, there's no hope. The company's getting bought out, the deal's going to get done, and you're going to end up out of a bunch of money. And so that's one of the other massive reasons why shorting literally doesn't make sense, because you just you get it from so many different angles. And even when you think you got it, like in a situation like with ATVI here, where it's like, oh, their management team's messy right now, they're in a PR crisis right now, this is going to go down massively, and all of a sudden in swoops Microsoft, say, oh no, we're going to buy them out for $68.7 billion all cash. All cash. That just means the deal's way more likely to go through, no problems. So yeah, that's the risk you take as a short seller, and that's why it just doesn't make any dang sense. Next point I want to make is this one. So first off, Microsoft. This is a great deal for Microsoft. Great deal. It is a lot of money to put out there to buy out another company, but at the end of the day, let's be honest, Activision Blizzard is a gaming giant. Their gaming franchise are some of the most famous in the world, and those games are going to continue to get bigger and bigger and better over the coming years. And so for Microsoft, they're spending a bunch of money up front to get unbelievable gaming franchises that are going to be around for, at least this decade, if not many decades into the future, that are cash flow machines, and they're going to get an amazing talent pool at Activision Blizzard, the amount of employees that are always working on new games, current games, coming out with different stuff. Like, I think it's an ingenious move. I applaud Satya Nadella for this move, and they got it for, actually, even though I know it sounds like a crazy number, $68 billion, I think they got it for a pretty dang good deal. And the reason they got it for a good deal is because the PR crisis that Activision has right now. And so for Activision, it's going to be hard to dig out of that situation unless you get bought out by somebody. It's a tough fight, right? And so I think it's a smart move by both companies, which is rare. Although Activision Blizzard is probably worth more than $68 billion, truly, I think it's still a smart move for them, because trying to dig out of this PR crisis is going to be tough for them. And for Microsoft, I think they're going to be able to bury this pretty well. And I think they're going to make this into just a bigger cash flow machine business than ever before. Plus, it's going to make Microsoft's revenue and profitability. The deal will probably take many, many months to close. So I would say it'll probably close, my guess is, in the middle of this year. Probably summertime. Late spring, maybe summertime of this year, the deal will probably close, because it's a big deal. It is all cash, so that makes it easier. But I think the deal will probably close at some point this summer or late spring. And that will be a situation where from basically the next 4 quarters after that, it's going to make Microsoft's revenue look amazing. And they'll take a profitability hit for 1 quarter as the deal is kind of going through, and you got all the related expenses for that, right? But after that, that's when the big time money starts coming into Microsoft's bottom line. And so all of a sudden, probably starting in the fall time of that'd be around, it should be around the fall time quarter, so maybe 3Q, 4Q, sometime around then. That's when all of a sudden big net income is going to start pouring into Microsoft, like bigger than you've ever seen before. Not just because of Microsoft's traditional business, but because the Activision Blizzard deal will already be closed. And like I said, they're a profit machine. Then longer term, they're going to be able to get some cost synergies from this as well, which is also kind of a brilliant thing. So for Microsoft, like if I'm a Microsoft shareholder, which I'm not, but if I was, I would be very happy with this deal. Very, very happy, because all that cash is doing is burning a hole in their pocket. We know with inflation, what's going on, what's that 60, if they got $68 billion sitting on the balance sheet, that's just becoming worth less and less all the time. Why not buy out a company that has amazing employee force, that has the best gaming franchises out there, and it's a profit machine? I would much rather own that any day of the week than just have $68 billion in the bank. Let's just put it that way, okay? So that's a huge deal, and I just thought this was worth mentioning. What is going on with the chef? The chef, are you kidding me? Like, what? Like, the chef is saving my butt today. That's all I'm going to say about that. Who would have thought it? The chef, like, man, on a bloody red day like today, the chef is saving my butt. How about that, guys? So I would love to hear your guys' opinion in the comment section. What's your opinion on this deal? Do you think it was a great deal, a bad deal? I would love to hear from you guys as always. Does this make you want to buy Microsoft stock, or does it make you not want to buy Microsoft stock? I would love to hear from you guys in the comments as always. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already. It's absolutely free to do so. And get your free stocks from Moo before you leave this video. That will be pinned. Comment down there and download the Hungry Bowl if you haven't already. Much love and have a great day.